outfit's very jingly, sorry. Very jingly. Hello my lovelies, my name is Stephanie and I am currently dressed like a 1980s Dynasty villain, ready to slap one lovely Joan Collins to welcome you back to my channel, or to welcome you to my channel. You might be new, but let's be honest, this video is very much more for my returning subscribers, and I just want to say welcome back to my channel. So I have not uploaded a video since July 31st, 2023, and it is currently the 1st of January 2024, so Happy New Year! Oh, all of those good things. Happy New Year to everybody who celebrates the New Year. For those of you who New Year might be a little bit more challenging, I understand where you're coming from. I'm sending you all of the love that I possibly can on New Year's. But I have been trying to figure out how to come back to my channel for a really long time because I took 5 months away. And one thing I have done on my channel a few times now is I've done a recap of my year. So I did one for 2022, which I'll link, and then I also did one for 2020, which I will link. Not that you really want to know what my year was like in 2020, but you never know. So I decided I didn't want to do that this year. I took a step away from YouTube because I had to make some really difficult decisions this year. And I'm not talking about kind of small decisions, I'm talking about stepping away from my career, stepping away from my family in a more official capacity, changing my name, all sorts of things, all sorts of really difficult decisions that I genuinely quite struggled with making the decision on. And I decided to kind of retreat from my internet persona to do that, to be able to kind of process that. And I'll talk more about, you know, the challenges that I found in 2023 in videos coming up in the next few weeks. But I just wanted to make this video because I felt really bad about the fact that I was in such a bad place and my depression came back and I experienced a suicide attempt and things. Anyway, not sharing those things yet. And I felt really bad because the last video I put out on my channel was Have I Found Queer Joy, which again I will link somewhere. It's got a really lovely thumbnail of me like just showing off my boobs and being like, oh my god. Maybe I'll use that for this, but who knows? But I felt really contradictory to myself because in that moment I felt so much queer joy that I had never felt before in my life. And then this wave of just everything kind of hit me. 2023 was really hard for me. I started the year with a broken arm, ended the year with a broken arm. I lost family along the way. I lost 2 jobs. I started a master's, which was much more challenging than I thought it was going to be. And so I decided to come back with this video talking about my goals for 2024. And I wanted to share them with you because as my subscribers, you're always very understanding of when I need to take time off for myself to process things, and love you for that. I genuinely thank you so much. And if you've been here from the beginning and you're still supporting me and you're watching this video and you're like, oh my god, I'm so glad she's back, then thank you so much for having me back. I really appreciate it. One of my goals for 2024 is to get back to uploading. I want to upload every single week on a Monday at 6 p.m. British time, depending on daylight savings, you know, whatever. And I'm asking you, my lovely subscribers, to just keep me on track. I find it so easy to compartmentalize my feelings and retreat from myself. And one thing that brings me so much joy and really helps with my mental health well-being is sharing things on YouTube. And so I've decided to involve you in that goal. So I would like to upload 52 YouTube videos next year, one every week, starting on the 1st of January, which hopefully is this video. Oh my god, it better be. Otherwise it's a lot of makeup for a non-New Year's themed. So that's one of my goals for the new year. The other goal for my new year was starting my new year with a new name. Obviously I'm still Stephanie Lynnette, hi. But I've changed my last name due to some personal decisions regarding my kind of family name. And so I'm starting the year as a kind of different identity. I'm starting the year unemployed for the first time in my life. I've never not had a job. It feels very strange to not have a job, but I decided to prioritise my master's degree in the kind of next 8 months of that. So not working and doing my master's is definitely a goal for me. Another huge goal for me is getting on top of my mental health, which has slowly deteriorated over the last couple of years, and we've kind of shared on this channel that has happened quite a bit. And another kind of really big kind of celebratory thing that I want to do this year is I'm launching a social awareness campaign, and I'm launching a separate YouTube channel for that, and I'll link it below. And it's not launching until later in the year, and it was meant to launch last year, but I got really quite unwell, and so I'm launching that in this year now, because I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. So at the moment it's not currently the new year, but that's going to be really exciting. I cannot wait for that, actually. That's going to be great. So those are kind of my goals for the new year, to kind of come back to be myself, to have a great time, to start uploading again on YouTube, to find my queer joy that I had in that lovely video, but I seem to have lost a little bit along the way, and to not retreat so much from my outward persona that I kind of put out there, because as a person, you know, Steph as a private kind of individual and Stephanie Lynnette as like a public, you know, facing, my outfit's very jingly, sorry, very jingly. They're very different people, I have very different interests, and I would love to marry them a little bit more. But I've also learned that compartmentalising different parts of my personality is actually quite good for me. It's good for me to have the extroverted version of myself and the introverted version of myself. It's good for me to have those two Stephs or Stephanies or Stephanie Lynnettes kind of in tandem. In tandem. So yeah, really excited for that for the new year, and just to not focus so much on what other people might think, which is something I've struggled with for a very, very long time, especially with like my family and things like that. So that is a very hard lesson I had to learn this year. But yeah, so those are my goals for the new year, and I'm only going to ask you, lovely humans, to keep me on track of one of them, uploading every week on a Monday, 6 o'clock. Get in those comment sections, be like, so what are we expecting next week? And if you have any suggestions for videos, that will always help me. But I have lots of ideas for content, because I'm going to spend 5 months, you know, I've not just been sat here not thinking about content. I'm always thinking about content. I got my lips filled, by the way. I got them done very subtly. For those of you in the comments who were like, oh, you didn't need anything. No, I didn't need anything. I wanted something. This is what I got, so there you go. But that's it. Just a really quick update. My goals for 2024, just to be happy, just to finish those goals, to care less about what other people think of me, to come back to YouTube, because I love YouTube. And yeah, that's kind of everything I want to achieve. I'm so excited to be back. Please comment below if you missed me. Please comment below if you missed me, because otherwise I'll feel like I'm just talking to a group of absolutely no one. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers, which is the milestone that we hit this year, despite the fact I have literally uploaded very little, very, very little. Let me know what you think about the hair. The hair's been cut. I might cut it again. Who knows? Who knows? But I hope you have had a lovely holiday period. I hope the new year is everything that you want it to be. I hope that if you suffer from mental health problems like I suffer from mental health problems, then the new year is going to bring you kind of peace and prosperity. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely New Year's Day. I hope you are avoiding transphobia, and I will see you next week, January 8th, 2024, 6 p.m. For number 2, 52. That'll be 2 down, 50 to go. I'm gonna rely on you to keep me on track, just so you know. Have a lovely day. Avoid transphobia. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you like the outfit, and I will see you next week. Bye. It feels so good to be back on the internet. Bye. Oh, that just flowed.